Hey everybody, Max here from MaksPlayground, and welcome to a Sims 2 building tutorial. This is a tutorial of how to build a basement in The Sims 2. You guys may or may not be familiar with how to build basements. I know a lot of Simmers that play The Sims 2 don't bother with it because it can be a little bit finicky. You have to do it manually compared to The Sims 3 and The Sims 4 where there is a basement tool. So I'm going to show you guys how I build my basements. I still have some issues with it sometimes. So this is a tutorial of how I build them. I do have some builds coming out on the channel that are going to have basements. So I thought I'd get this tutorial out. And then if you guys have more questions about it, I can refer anybody to this tutorial. So yeah. So this is what you do is you go into build mode, you go into foundations and decks. Now I recommend building with the brick foundation. I've never really built with a basement with the deck foundation, so I'm not too sure how it works. But I recommend the brick foundation. It's kind of a lot more realism, etc. So you go in, you build however you want the shape of your house to be. Now I build in a lot of small lots, so I generally build cute little square houses with a couple of little add-ons, but I like to utilize the space as much as I possibly can. So what I do is I build, say I'm going to do a square house like this, okay? And then what I do is I hit the control tab on my keyboard or the CTRL key, and it'll pop up to the little bulldozer. Now, this is important. So what you do is, however big you want your basement, you take the foundation out of it. But you have to leave the wall around it. You can't take out the whole thing. You have to kind of make it look like a picture frame, essentially, because that's kind of what it looks like. So the next step, you go down a level and you go to the terrain where the shovel symbol is. You go to the terrain tool and you go to lower terrain. Now, just pick a spot in your basement area, like in your area that I'm in right now, and you dig down. So it's very important that you dig down 6 clicks, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it has to be in the same spot. And then I would do it beside it. I would do it more than once because when you do the next step, it can be kind of finicky. So just go right beside where you dug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then you hit the level terrain button tool and you just kind of level it out to make sure it lowers the flooring. Okay, so it lowers the terrain, and you do that with the whole space that you want your basement in, right? So you do that. Oh wait, no, that was my mistake. So what I like to do is I drag from where the floor is lowered, and I just do that. That's kind of how it works. And then you just make sure you get where all the wall, like the foundation wall, is showing. Okay? Now, what I like to do is I like to build the layout of the house, like the layout of the basement, before I put my stairs in. So say I want a bedroom here, a bathroom here, and then another bedroom here. So build the layout of how you want your basement and then put your stairs in. But keep in mind where you want to put your stairs so you don't build a wall around it, okay? So we'll do that. Now, you go into the stairs tool and you go up a floor, okay? Now, you can do a regular staircase or you can do the deck staircases. I know a lot of people have custom stairs like this. So you go to the edge of the like a floor pieces, and you put the stairs in. Now this is where you'll know if you dug deep enough into the ground or the terrain, is if the floor and the stairs equal out. Now if the stairs are a little lower or a little higher, you're going to run into issues with your Sims because they do not like to have routing issues. Another way that you can tell if you did it properly is if you take a wallpaper, and if it has like a border, like the white border on the top, you go to the basement and you put the wallpaper on the wall, and you see how there's no extra space on the bottom or the top. You see that, so then you'll know that you did it equally. Now you go upstairs and you pick whatever floor you want. I'm not picking any floor in particular, and you just put the flooring in. You can drag it out and you just kind of, fill in the space. And yeah, so just fill the space in. The only thing that won't fill up is where your stairs are, and voila. So then you just, continue building your house now. And then when you want to, build, you want to just make sure you build your basement first, like where, like the walls and everything like that. And then after, you can go in, you can put the flooring in, you can put the, wallpaper in, you can put your furnishing, doors, etc., etc. But yeah, so then, and then you just build around the house, like build your house how you want to build it. Just as long as you give them enough space to get down the stairs, as well as you don't remove the foundation. Like you don't remove this foundation here. Very important, because then let's just say you remove the foundation and then you'll have like an open kind of floor like that. So just make sure you don't do that. As well as sometimes it'll happen where when you're digging and leveling out the terrain, you might get like a hole outside like this area. All you got to do is go here, you drag it out, and then it'll level out. If that makes sense. I know that could be a little confusing until it happens. Yeah. But yeah, so that is how you build a basement in the Sims 2, you guys. I hope that you did enjoy this video. It's more of a tutorial on how to. I hope you did learn something. Now, if you have any questions, make sure you watch the video all the way through. And if you have to watch it more than once and try it in your game as you're playing, please do that. If there's still some weird freak thing going on, just let me know and I'll do my best to answer the questions. But just make sure you watch the video thoroughly and concisely and try different things in your game before, because a lot of the time with building in The Sims, it's experimental and you got to try different things. So hopefully this helps. I know there's written tutorials on the internet you can find. There's a couple of videos on it about it on YouTube, but they're sort of old, so I wanted to update it and show you guys how I build my basements. And yeah, so I hope you guys did like this video. I hope you found it helpful. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. I like to post primarily Sims 2 stuff. Actually, it's basically all Sims 2 stuff at this point. So yeah, I also have some links in the description below. I have a Facebook, I have Twitter, I have Instagram, and I have Twitch. So if you guys want to go check me out on any of those platforms, please feel free to do that. And yeah, so I will be seeing you guys in my next video. Bye!